The Chicago Bears dropped Week 15 game to the Cleveland Browns 20-17. We're gonna listen to Matt Eberflus speak. We're gonna listen to Justin Fields speak. It's a lot to unpack in this game. I'm not gonna keep y'all too long, but we're gonna get into that and a lot more right after this.
Stand down or lay down and get smacked with the pole.
By this time, everybody on that roster should know what it means to beat the Packers. It's simple.
Oh, if I was a coach, Justin Fields would have been balling from day one.
Justin Fields wasn't balling since day one, and Justin Fields, I don't even know what I want to call his game. I'm gonna jump into that. I took a lot of notes watching this goddamn game, but let's jump right into it. No wasting time. Fields Day notes. Justin Fields' performance versus the Browns. Actually, I'm gonna pull up all the stats and just let them roll past the bottom of the screen. Justin Fields versus the Cleveland Browns. 19 for 40 was completions and attempts. Passing yards 166. He was sacked 3 times, rushed for 30 yards, a touchdown, and 1 pick. Now, if you look at the box score on this game, it's probably gonna show Justin Fields had 2 picks, but one of those picks was a part of a sequence that I'm gonna break down later in this show. But it wasn't a pick. It was the Hail Mary at the half. Justin Fields we probably should have took the field goal, at least attempted the field goal. Instead, we went and let Justin Fields throw a Hail Mary that was dropped. It was not caught, and they counted it as an interception. So hopefully during the week they take that back. But anyway, 166, 19 for 40. Look, that O-line got their ass kicked. That O-line got their ass whooped. Bears fans and reporters all week, all I heard about was Cleveland missing players, Cleveland missing this guy. They're beat up. That's a banged up team. And I was saying, like, that don't matter. These dudes is all in the NFL. In Chicago, especially, you definitely can't look at no team like you about to go in there and walk over them, especially on the road. Them boys was what, 6-1, 5-1 at home before this. Now they 6-1, one of the two. So I think Bears fans has a lot of hope and making a playoff push, and Justin Fields supporters was hoping he could make a playoff push. But I mean, this game didn't move the needle for a lot of people. It probably moved it back a little bit. Justin Fields didn't do what he needed to do. He needed to get revenge on his team, and he didn't do that. I'm not putting this loss completely on him, but he did have a lot of goddamn 3-and-outs. Luke Gatzey takes some of the blame for this. He take a lot of blame because and Matt Eberflus too. Matt Eberflus called a great defense. Look, bottom line, before I go too much further, you cannot lose this game. The Chicago Bears are not a clutch team. I think we're like the worst team in the league when playing with a lead, and that's horrible. Justin Fields, I hate to say it but it's looking like he gonna be gone, and he's gonna be playing for another team next year. It's not completely on him, but after seeing what I just saw today, you can't lose that game. You got to look at everybody in charge. I don't know if Matt Eberflus will even be fired because that defense is balling. You got to pick 6. You had to lead 17-7 for the longest. I don't know what happened. Njoku just started going crazy. Not only did he fuck the Bears over, but he fucked up my parlay. I had Njoku under 40 yards, 41 yards. Through 3 quarters, he had 18 yards. He damn near ended with 80 yards in that game. I don't know his exact numbers, but he damn near ended with 80 yards in that game. So Fields Day notes. I'm gonna get to his grade a little later. Actually, I'm gonna just do it now. Looking at them, he was sacked 3 times, and then the eye test. I'm gonna give him a C. I gotta give him a C plus. I give him a C plus. That O line got they ass kicked today, and that was the story. I'm shocked. Luke Gessie, you want to call all them goddamn screens against the Vikings? I don't think I seen one wide receiver screen this game. He may have thrown a couple, but it wasn't 100 like he did against the Vikings. I can tell you that. So I don't know. I don't know what you thought was gonna happen with this O line. Justin Fields didn't get his ass killed like he did his rookie year against them, but you could tell they was getting ready to wreck that game. It was a hard fought game the entire way, but the team is clutch, and I think that is an indictment on your head coach to keep losing, letting games slip through your fingers. When you got a lead, you turn into a totally different team. It's like you start getting scared. You start calling terrible plays. Like, what was that? We could have got this game over with, and we were passing. The broadcast on Fox was saying the same thing. They were like, "Why the fuck are the Bears running?" They didn't say it like that. Why the Bears running the ball? Why are y'all running the ball? I mean, why aren't you running the ball right now? I'm so goddamn pissed. Why aren't you running the ball right now? You're throwing the ball. You should be trying to kill some of this clock. It's late in the fourth. They got a little momentum in Cleveland. You're throwing the ball when even if we did have to throw the ball, it would be tough. What you saw later on in the game, you did not want to drop back. That was the last thing you wanted to do with your team right there, and it was a perfect opportunity to run the ball and not put Justin in a sticky situation or put the team in general in a sticky situation. Run the ball. They came out passing, then you tried to run it. Shit was over with. Look, that O line, that was probably the worst performance I've seen this year by that O line. They got dog walk. Every throw Justin made, dude in his face. The run game was shitty because of it. It was just bad. So just to finish this off, Fields versus the Browns. Fields they know. I'm gonna give him a B. B. Not a B. I said a C plus. C plus. Ooh, I don't know what that was, but hey, look, you can kiss them goddamn playoff hopes goodbye. I can guarantee you that. We got Coach up. We about to bring him in. Listen to what he had to say. Then we're gonna listen to what Justin had to say, and then we're gonna wrap this up because this team is very stressful.
Tevin was in concussion protocol, so we had to go through that with him.
Oh, hold on. Let me get the music off.
Obviously,
That's
first
slow
of all, you got a
jazz.
loss. Um, for the guys
All right, hold on.
in the
Here we
locker
go.
room, certainly the battle was on. They certainly were battling, and I told them that my main message was to them after the game was this: is that hey, you always fix your mind and fix your focus on the fundamentals and details of your position. And that's what wins football games, and that's been our mantra the whole time. And then we also fix our mind on the Cleveland Browns made more plays down the end than we. Our guys made a lot of them out there today, but certainly that's what happened at the very end. And so get back to work tomorrow. That'll be the focus. And the guys will have their eyes forward. I know that it stings and it's going to sting, and having this loss is always hard. But
Yep.
just to recap the game, obviously we started the game, with a bunch of punts on both sides, and that was the whole first quarter pretty much, and then we did a pretty good job there, had a nice interception by Eddie, that set up a good score. Took us, there's a bunch of penalties and a bunch of things that happened down there. Cole jumped off sides, but then he redeemed himself with that touchdown. What a nice catch he had on the side there with Justin scrambling on the 3rd and 6. That was really, really nice play there. And then, we took it to half there, but, I thought the one touchdown they had, we had some missed stops on defense, and in my hat's off to them, certainly that's to score a touchdown, you got to make some plays, but, we had some opportunities there to make a couple interceptions. I think TJ may have had one of them, and I think maybe one of them was really good.
Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, the Black Bear Podcast.
We just got to come down with that one. It was in traffic, and then they had a big play on us on a scramble. They got into a max protection, and they got into a scramble deal, and then Tyreek's just got to be on top of that. That's a scramble drill, so they got a big play on that one. So we got to do a good job with that. And then at the end of the half, we got it down, to field goal, right outside of field goal range.
Yeah, this is what I want to hear.
Wind, and that was just too far of a kick for us to make that attempt there. That's how we end up throwing it to the end zone. And we have to do a good job of, obviously protecting our quarterback on that one.
He took a shot. He took a lot of shots this game.
On that, so that was the first half.
The late hit too.
Obviously, the big return, interception return, really nice by our guy there, Tremaine. Unbelievable. So tipped, focus, concentration, taking up the numbers. Really good return right there. Excellent job. Then we end up answering with a field goal there. The next drive, I thought that was a really good drive. Nice job on that. So we end up going up 10. Up in the third quarter. And then we got to really do a good job of in sudden change. We had the muff punt on the one, and we've been working on that during practice, offense and defense, of a sudden change and momentum. And I thought Tyreek made a heck of a play on that. So you're put in a bad position for your defense there, and he made a heck of a play, and what an interception and really good return to dig it out of there too. So I was excited about that too. Then we go to the fourth quarter, and the fourth quarter to me is all about finishing. We got to finish the right way. We end up giving up a big pass on defense. The one where we held them to a field goal, and again I got to make a better call. They had a penalty there. I ended up calling a coverage, which I could do a better job with that.
Third and 15, you sent a terrible blitz. Why blitz on 3rd and 15?
And they got behind us, and I credit off to the guys for doing a great job of holding them there. They did a really good job. Again, that's momentum too, right? How do you handle sudden change there? Did a really nice job with that. And then overall, we just got to do a good job putting drives together. In the fourth quarter on offense. So we got to have some sustained drives there to score in position, and we're always behind. They either TFL or they got us behind. They seem to have a lot of 3rd and longs in the fourth quarter there, so that we got to have to do a better job there for sure. But at the end of the game, I love the way our guys battled at the end, and what a nice play by T. Scott, to put us in position. And again, we were just too far back for we ended up throwing the Hail Mary at the end, and we had a chance there too. It's just about focus and concentration at the very end and making a really good play. But the guys are disappointed. You can certainly see the fight, and you can certainly see the guys are improving.
Why didn't you take a 3-yard out that you could have ran 3-4 seconds off the clock? Get out of bounds before the Hail Mary and can't try to kick the field goal.
My hat's off to Cleveland for the win, but again, we're disappointed in the loss.
Their final drive at 3rd and 15, and you guys ran a pressure. Can you walk through the thought process on that pressure and then what you saw?
Yeah. So the thought process there is it's 3rd and 15, and you're gonna make them throw it. You're gonna tackle the catch, and then they're gonna end up punting it, and they'll maybe get half the distance there. Just to get the ball out of his hands.
You don't blitz him like that on 3rd and 15.
Back a little bit.
Terrible play call.
And see where it was.
Don't look at the pressure.
Retreating there and throwing it over top, and the tight end made a heck of a run and got it. So again, that was the whole thought process there.
The nearest guy in coverage there being Justin Jones.
Yeah. So it's a sim pressure, right? You're simulating there, and he's the one guy dropping back. But typically that pressure is going to hit, and the ball is going to be out quicker than what it was. Like I said, he retreated back a little bit, and so that's what it was. That's what I saw on the field.
Now, what do you identify as the problems in blowing these late leads? This is the 3rd time, at least this season, unless I'm missing one, that you guys have had a significant lead in the fourth quarter and had this happen.
Yeah, I'll just go back to what I said. It comes down to the fundamentals. When you watch the tape and look at it, it'll be that, and it'll be about playmaking. We got to make the plays down the stretch. And that's what it's always going to be about. We finished, last week, we had good fundamentals, and we finished down the stretch. We made sacks, we made interceptions. We drove the ball, had 4 minutes. We did a good job on all areas and finished the game out the right way. And the NFL is always going to be that. It's got to play to the last second. And again, like I said, I'm proud of our guys. At the last second,
You fucked up. You called a terrible call on 3rd and 15.
And we're going to cash in on those coming up.
Subject. Darnell Mooney said in the locker room that he felt like in the third quarter the offensive players were complacent. His word was comfortable, and he was thinking in his head, we cannot be too comfortable with this, especially given the other games that you guys have had that went this way. Did you detect any of that, and how is that possible when you guys have been through what you have this season?
Yeah, comfortable. I don't know how you're comfortable in the middle of a football game. First of all, you got to be
comfortable with the lead.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. So I would just say, again, can't speak for Mooney, but I would just say our guys were wired in, they were focused, and we were going for the win. And it's unfortunate we didn't get it.
Very unfortunate.
2 games ago in Minnesota, you have no touchdown drives, you kick 4 field goals. What's missing from this offense when you play good defense?
Yeah, I mean, it's those defenses are good and they apply a lot of pressure. This team was a team that applied pressure through their front four. And they added on some pressure guys, certainly during the course of the game. We saw that. But again, it's about rising up to the challenge. It's about the whole football team rising up to the challenge. Sometimes, our defense is going to be playing a really good offense, and we're going to have to rise up, and do a good job there. And they're going to have to, maybe they're not playing such a good defense that day on offense. And we just it's complementary football, right? So a lot of, each side allocates their money a certain way, right? And that's where the talent is. So we got to make sure that each side of the ball plays complementary.
You blew the game, Matt. You blew the game.
3rd and 1. Was that to combat not being able to get much going up through the middle?
Yeah. When you look at that play, you're going to see everybody gap covered in the inside. So we just got to do a good job capturing the edge on that.
Matt, what was your vantage point on what happened there?
Yeah.
When a throw kind of in between the triangle
Yep.
defenders there.
Yep. It was, we were playing a zone in that one. And to be honest with you, that play should have been picked. So we got to do a good job of breaking that. Okay. And visioning on that. The ball's in the air long enough or at least deflect it. But we'll improve our technique and fundamentals on that one. And we'll get after it next time.
So the day you took this job, you talked about being a defensive-minded coach, but now taking the head coach job, you'd be responsible for the offense. What influence did you have on the offensive game plan going into this and on the play calling today?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm not calling the game, but of course, I have influence on the game plan, the setup of it, And I thought a decent generally the predators, on the edge for the most part. I thought we had a good plan, a chip in, bringing the guys back to him, and he's a special player, and I thought we did a decent job with that. So, just looking at it right now, I just think we need to run the ball to set ourselves up a little bit better in terms of the third downs and manageables. That to me would be my reaction.
You couldn't run the ball. That O-line got fucked up. You weren't running nowhere.
And did a good job of stopping the run.
What could Cairo's range have had to be for you to be comfortable going for attempting field goal at the end of the first half?
I'm not going to go over the exact yards, but we were quite a ways back. There were significant yards that were there that we needed to gain to go for the kick there, and
really,
the win was significant that direction for sure.
On TV, it was 8. Is that about right?
Yeah, it's probably close to that. Yeah.
Okay, and then at the end, was the wind any different?
No, the wind settled down a little bit, but it wasn't enough. I think it was up at 15 when we got the kickoff, and then it was down to 13 at the later part of the game.
What was your target on the final drive in terms of kicking?
What's that?
What was your target on the final drive?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into target lines.
Wow. Yeah, because
Immediately after the punt, Tyreek came up with a big interception.
Yeah.
Go on. Your thoughts on that play and just the way he was able to get in position.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good play.
all right, I don't care about this question. That was head coach Matt Eberflus. I'm about to get Justin Fields on the horn right now because Matt wasn't talking about nothing. You blew that game, and you blew that game. I don't know what you were doing going into halftime. I don't know what you were doing at the end of that game. That was horrible. We do got Justin Fields. Let's bring him on.
Darnell was saying a lot of people can understand why people have questions about the quarterback of the team going forward. I was wondering, do you have an opinion? Why do you think people have questions about that?
People question a lot of stuff, but that's not my problem. So I just come to work, do my job as best as I can, and that's it. So yeah.
Your point of view. Oh, go ahead, Dave.
On the final pass of the game, just kind of what was your vision on the way that ball got picked up and almost caught there?
What was my vision? I mean, I was just, yeah. I mean, me personally, on a Hail Mary like that, you just want to, buy as much time for your guys to be able to get down there in position to, get a chance to catch the ball and, put some air on it to, maybe get a tip or, DBs aren't the best at tracking balls. So, yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is just give my guys a chance, and we almost came out with a catch. So, I mean, that's all you can really
Do you think you could have did a 4-second play and got out of bounds with
heard
1
some
second left?
celebration on the sideline, and then it was kind of like, so I saw the guy come out and tipped up and then picked off, of course. But I mean, yeah, yeah, I can't do anything about it.
On the Hail Mary at the end of the first half, looked like you were having a pretty good conversation with the official afterwards. You feel like you were hit late?
Yeah, I mean,
He was definitely hit late. That's bullshit. It wasn't
I felt
called.
like I really was just talking to him. I asked him, for an explanation. Gave me a detailed explanation. Said, I think it has to be he said something about a hit to the head and something about resetting. It was kind of confusing to me, but I was just, my fault. It was kind of confusing to me, but I mean, plays over. Can't do anything about it. Move on. So, yeah.
What do you identify as what was missing or off with the offense today?
Yeah, I mean, first off, defense played a hell of a game. I'm not sure if they could
Oh,
play any better for us as a team.
O-line made it
Personally, I gotta
hard.
be better as a the quarterback of this team, and I think we all got to be better on offense. Of course, our D line, they have a great D line, great rush. So I know the guys up front, wish they would have had a few plays back. Receivers, wish they would have had a few plays back. But I mean, it's simple. We just got to be better. I got to be better. And run game going. We didn't really get that going today. So, run game is important in our offense. And like I said, I got to be better as a quarterback for this team. Got to get that last completion of Moon at the end of the first half. That would have been big to set us up for a field goal going into the half. And yeah, I mean, long story short, I got to be better. We got to be better as a whole.
Rudy said that he felt the offense felt a little comfortable in the third quarter with the lead. Did you sense that same sort of feeling?
Not really. I kind of think of it as, I mean, me personally, I wasn't feeling comfortable. I don't know how the other guys were feeling. I don't know how he was feeling. But, me, I try to put up at least, 28 points as an offense today. So, I mean, defense got a pick six at that point. We only put up seven or 10 points. I'm not sure. So my goal as a quarterback, our goal as an offense is to at least put up 28 points a game. And, with the way our defense is playing now, that's usually more than enough than points. So
Defense played well enough to win this
yeah.
game, but they also folded at the end of this game.
They like I said. I mean, I think they have a talented back end. Of course, they were missing some guys today, but their D line, that front makes their defense go. I had some receivers downfield, and this game I'm trying to anticipate where they're going to be. I can't see the guys because just because they're not sacking me doesn't mean that they're not affecting me in the play. So I think they did a good job. Props to them. They played a great game, and yeah, just got to be better.
Is that what happened?
Yes, that's exactly what happened. I saw him inside release. He told me we ran the route earlier in the game, and he outside released, but their main coverage, they have slightly outside leverage. So he told me he was going to do the inside release. He beat him off the line bad, and then I got to the back of my drop and I tried to just guess where he was basically because I knew he beat him off the line bad, but of course it's hard to complete the ball when you're just guessing where the.
Yeah, he's mentioning that O-line performance. That O-line played like shit, and I'm gonna keep saying it.
I thought I got tripped up. Once I felt myself falling. I thought I dove and got it. I don't know if y'all saw a replay or something like that, but I mean, if I were to have it back, I would just get as wide as possible and literally race to the first down marker. But I mean, yeah, I like that play call in that situation, and we just got to execute it better.
Justin, how do you feel about the season as a whole? I know it's a big picture, open-ended question, but you guys came in with a lot of goals, a lot of hopes. So you're 5-9. The offense has had a lot of rough patches. What do you make of this season?
I mean, yeah, biggest takeaway so far in the season is just I'm just proud of everybody in the locker room, proud of the coaches, and just the mentality that we have, the culture that we've set, and just the fight that we have as a total team. So, of course, there's many games we want back, many plays we want back, but all in all, everybody's giving their best, everybody's giving their all, and really that's all you can ask for. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just proud of everybody, but I mean, yeah, it's like I said, we got to be better in situations, and of course, this one didn't go our way today, so we got to bounce back next week.
So instinct kicked in on the touchdown pass to come back, or you had to sort of dance around that.
Yeah, Moon was the first read on that, and they covered it pretty well. So just basically extended the play. Cole did a great job getting open, extended the play. We talked about that this week, just scramble drill and stuff like that. How that's going to be big for us. So Cole did a great job. Saw him in the back of the end zone. Of course, made a great catch and did a good job getting his feet in.
What's happening there? I know there's a penalty or two mixed in, but it just felt like it took guys a while.
Yeah, it did. It did. They had a stop on the runs on the run inside, and then the QB sneak we tried to run. False start. There was a little bit of confusion with the snap count, so I'll take the blame for that one. But yeah, I mean, I'm just glad we were able to bounce back from those penalties and able to punch it in.
It's a pretty crushed room in there right now. As a leader of this team, how do you help to rally this group?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's gonna hurt anytime you lose, especially when you have a defense that goes out there and creates that many turnovers, that holds that offense to that many points. So, it's tough because, we played good enough to win. But like I said, there were certain drives, certain situations that we didn't execute in.
Y'all didn't play good enough to win. Oh, Justin.
We get that another set of downs. We at least get a field goal that drive. So that's 6 points right there. But, yeah, I mean,
come on, last one. Wrap this up.
Everybody in the locker room, and yeah, we're gonna be down about it for the next 24 hours. But all in all, we got a game next Sunday that we got to prepare for. So everybody's gonna be back on Wednesday, working hard and thriving to get better.
When you look at you guys not
Last one.
expectations of where you wanted to be, and like I asked you a minute ago, and you're talking about everybody was dialed in, did give full effort. That wasn't the problem. What do you look at as the problems? What are the reasons why you're here instead of where you wanted to be at this point in the season?
Because we didn't execute in situations. Like I said, that third down, end of half. Moon tempoed himself down because he felt the safety coming down, and I led him too much, so that led to an incomplete pass. So just little details like that, and just being on the same page. And I mean, that's it. That's all it is. It's just execution at the end of the day. And 11 guys doing their job on offense, defense, special teams. So defense, they did the opportunity to win by flying numbers. And
all right, Justin. All right, we gonna get Justin off the screen, and because they ain't none of them talking about nothing, and it's sad to say, but Justin probably won't be here next year. I would have loved for Justin Fields to be the quarterback in the Chicago Bears to get that massive war chest of picks. It's fucked up. I'm a Justin Fields fan, but I'm a Bears fan first, and that you got to win those games. You got to win those games when your defense balling like that, like he said. So I mean, y'all saw it. We talked about it earlier. I'll put the stats back up there. Just bring them across the bottom of the screen, and so yeah, Justin Fields 19 for 40, 166 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. They gonna say it's 2, but that interception I have was not an interception. Roschon Johnson had 5 carries, 36 yards, 4 catches for 52 yards. DJ Moore, 4 catches, 52 yards. Cole Kmet, 5 catches, 23 yards. And Justin Fields' is only touchdown of the game. I was planning on coming out here giving out some game balls. Don't nobody deserve a game ball. Montez Sweat is a fucking monster. He's a dog. He's a demon. I love him. I love the pick. I mean, the trade. Fuck that second round pick. We don't need it. Montez Sweat, I'm all here for it. I wanted him. I always wanted him over Chase Young. I didn't care what we had to give up for. I didn't care what the 49ers gave up for Chase Young. Chase Young don't play the run like Montez Sweat. Montez Sweat is a fucking beast, and y'all seen it. Shout out to that defense. Let's grade the defense real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and get a defense a B plus. You do got to finish that game. I get it. Y'all work should have been done by the third quarter, but the offense wasn't capitalizing like they should have. They punted too many times. At one point, it was like 6, 7 straight. It was fucking ridiculous. That old line, boy. All them injuries they got, and they still walked them like that. So I'm gonna go defense. I'm gonna give them a B plus. Matt Eberflus still got them ball, and they had a pick 6 and 2 other picks besides that one. Offensive grade, y'all get a D. Couldn't run the ball. Justin Fields was sacked 3 times. The O-line really brings this down. They really bring the whole entire team down. And y'all seen that on the field. Justin Fields was hinting at it. He didn't want to really throw them under the bus. You don't want to do that to your O-line, especially with 3 games left. But he was hinting at it. You can't throw it when you can't see shit. Yeah, he said they not sacking me, but they affecting almost every throw. Every fucking time. It was Lucas Patrick is a bum. Boy, look. The Bears still got some positions they need to fill on this team. I still would put that defense against any team in the league for sure. Offensive grade, y'all get a D. Y'all ain't do shit. Justin didn't do shit. The running backs didn't do shit. Justin didn't really get a chance to do shit, but I'm not capping for him. I'm not making no excuses for these dudes. Defense get a B plus. Offense get a fucking D. And let's move on to the coaches. Let's grade these coaches because Matt Eberflus, I'm gonna give you a C. The defense, I'm not about to keep letting you rest your hat on the defense like you're a defensive coordinator. You are a head coach. The entire of the performance is on you. The defense, you're a defense coordinator as well for the team because you didn't hire one, which that was you, but the defense is balling. So, but you only get to see that offense. You can't keep blowing games like this, Matt. You probably don't keep your goddamn job because of the defense, but I would fire you. I would fire Matt Eberflus. Losing choke culture is not what I want. He's a choke artist. They choke. All of them choke. Justin chokes. Darnell Mooney chokes. He's a choke artist. He choked in Washington last year, I want to say. And he choked again. The ball hit him, fell right in his chest. He choked. I think that was Darnell Mooney, but he's a choke artist. Tyler Scott choked before he had the long run. Shout out to him, but he choked before that. You dropped the wide open catch. They choke. So Matt Eberflus, you got to go. That's the kind of culture you brought here. Luke Getsy, you were gone 6 months ago, so I'm not gonna do too much on you. Matt Eberflus, grade, you got to see. Luke Getsy, you definitely get a D because that I get it. I understand that D line was fucking your O line up, but you got to figure it out. You got to figure it out. It's that simple. Last but not least, the blame game. You got Justin Fields. You got the defense letting up those 10 straight points late like that. You got Matt Eberflus. You got Luke Getsy. It's plenty of blame to go around. A lot of signatures is on it. But I'm gonna pick one person to blame. And I'm gonna have to go ahead and give it to I got to give it to that offensive line as a whole. They got punked, they got hold, they got pushed around. That is not. You can't look like that as an O-line unit. And they were bragging about the continuity that they've had recently with the O-line for the Bears, and it didn't mean shit. Zadarius Smith, other dudes, Shelby, Tomlinson, them dudes was hoeing them boys out there. The O-line cost us this game. The blame game goes to the O-line. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm gonna get up out of here. The Black Bear Podcast. Watch us on Facebook. Like and follow the channel on Facebook. Follow, head over to YouTube. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. I'm your boy Mark Robb. This the Black Bear Podcast. The Bears stress me the fuck out, but shout out to them. Y'all have a good night.